Members of the House Freedom Caucus have filed articles of impeachment against Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. One America's Alex Salvi lays out their argument and the chances of it succeeding in the House.
Republicans in the House are taking the first steps towards removing Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein from office, but many supporters are weary of the prospect. 5 articles of impeachment were filed by House Freedom Caucus Chair Mark Meadows, co-sponsored by 10 other members of the group. But many Republicans are quick to point out they don't have the majority needed for the articles to be ratified in the House, let alone the 3/5 to be convicted by the Senate.
I don't think we should be cavalier with this process or with this term. Number one. Number two, I don't think that this rises to the level of high crimes and misdemeanors, a really high standard.
House Speaker Paul Ryan, who has sided with House committees in their effort to condemn Rosenstein, doesn't think impeachment is the proper avenue.
It would derail or largely delay a big part of our agenda, our appropriation bills, our infrastructure bills, and it would clearly dramatically delay the confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh to go to the Supreme Court.
But the pushback from GOP leadership hasn't deterred Freedom Caucus members from moving forward with the articles of impeachment. The first article involves Rosenstein's failure to appoint a second special counsel to look into the FBI's handling of the Clinton email investigation.
We need Speaker Ryan to put this resolution on the floor so that the full House of Representatives can answer the question about the legitimacy and the need for a second special counsel to investigate what I perceive to be very serious crimes and improprieties at the FBI and the Department of Justice.
The second article revolves around Rosenstein's failure to turn over key documents related to the Clinton probe and the ongoing investigation into Russian meddling.
Rod Rosenstein and the Department of Justice, on a number of occasions, when they could tell the truth, remained silent.
The third article builds on the second, criticizing Rosenstein for the excessive redaction of the documents the department does turn over.
When a number of us brought up the fact that there were redactions of material facts back in January, Rod Rosenstein, again, was silent.
The fourth article is perhaps the inception of the allegations in general, which scrutinizes Rosenstein's decision to appoint special counsel Robert Mueller.
You have Rosenstein appoint a special counsel to investigate the president based on a slow-boil suspicion of Carter Page, a Papadopoulos memo written by Peter Strzok, who's subsequently been demoted and reassigned, and a dossier that was paid for by the DNC in the Clinton campaign and curated in part by Russians.
And finally, the fifth article, which alleges Rosenstein improperly signed off on requests to surveil members of the Trump campaign.
These deeply flawed and questionable FISA warrant applications utilizing illicit sources and politically biased intelligence were approved by the DOJ and FBI officials at the highest levels before being submitted to the FISA court.
But it doesn't seem as if the House committees are forthcoming with their efforts to take actions against the FBI and the DOJ. Neither Representative Goodlatte of the House Judiciary Committee or Representative Gowdy of the House Oversight Committee have signed on to the articles of impeachment. But the Freedom Caucus has sided with President Trump, who says the investigation is nothing more than a witch hunt aimed at derailing his presidency. With its limited power in Washington, if there were to be action taken against Rosenstein, it doesn't look like it'll come from Congress, but from the White House. Alex Salvi, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.